Now, Councillor Davy Hynes is on Wexford Borough Council, and Davy, you're hoping to go back there?
Hopeful, I'm very hopeful. I had a very good response on the doorsteps, Dan, and I met a lot of people out there, and and listened to their problems, and a lot of the people that I had worked with or helped in some way during the 5 years, I met them as well, and so I am very confident actually, and I had a great team out with me as well, so I didn't use posters, and I'm hoping that I'll buck the trend, because we did try to have a debate in Wexford County in the district, and unfortunately it didn't work out the way we hoped. But anyway, however, myself and I think Tony Walsh as well, he didn't use posters either, and I do know some people did comment on that. But the main issue, and I have to say it, there's three big issues I think. Housing is a massive problem, and also the mental health situation in Wexford. We're still waiting for to get our own psychiatric unit since the closed sentence, and good to talk. A lot of the funding that was taken away during the time of the recession in things like the Corn Market project and all that was never restored, and yet we have 3 or 4 people a day, 3 from dying, and I think 1 a day died from drug overdoses and so we've a horrendous problem, but it's ignored as far as I can see. We had the doctors out this week about, and rightly so, because the harm that cannabis is causing, but the major problem is still the elephant in the room, is alcohol. And the other things, of course, is if we want to get jobs, we need a university, we need to have Rosslare Europort massively financed and bring it up to that'll be able to cater for the demands of Brexit. So these are the issues. And lastly, the town council. What they've done with local government is criminal in my view. And I tell you, this latest attempt of having 2 districts, one with 5 councillors in it and one with 7, that's even going to be more problematic than the last one. So unless we go back to the drawing board of the town council, this town has suffered in so many ways as a result of the losses. And I said that at the time. Now the Labour Party have come around to that again, and so I hope that before too long we'll see a return to the town council model that was there. Thanks.
So you're very much resigned to returning to the borough council the way it used to be, concentrating on Wexford town.
Well, every town in every country in Europe has a town council model. That has been the unit. Back in England it's the same. Why we think we're so different, that we can have a different model of running the local government. What we have now, unfortunately, we've lost a lot of the democracy that should be there, and it's become more and more a local administration. Now, unless we get back, plain lip service to democracy is no good. We need action on the ground. We need to see progress. And 2 major issues we ended up in this town with 2 or 3, for a town of 20,000 people, 2 or 3 representatives. I mean, it's laughable, you couldn't believe it. And we're the capital town, but not added to that, we have deterioration of the town. I mean, they can't even cut the grass without leaving it in a dread. I wouldn't pay anyone. We said that at the meeting last Monday. I mean, they left the grass in Belvedere Grove and Ferndale Park and these places. A horrendous state that left it, and that's only one little issue. We ended up in Modlin Town having to put money from our discretionary in order to repair a path that it wouldn't be put back with tarmac.
So what you're saying, Davy, is that Wexford Town has suffered considerably by the municipal system. Now, when you were out canvassing, did you find that the townspeople, the people in the housing estates, were bringing up these issues?
They bring up the issues, but they don't. You see, unfortunately, a lot of ordinary people don't understand where I think, because I'm closely involved with local government. But what they're saying is the same thing. They're saying that the services are not there, things are not being done. For instance, the repair of houses. Now, what I'm saying about housing and the rest of it is no reflection on the officials in Wexford or the people and the people who work day in and day out to try and improve people's situation. It's a policy. It's a government policy. It has to change.
So basically, you're saying the system is broken.
The system is. It is. I'd say you're probably putting it in a nutshell. It's not working, and it needs to change. It's like the housing situation is not working. You can't get the private solution, which actually caused this problem. Reliance on the market forces caused the problem, and now they're trying to find a solution through the market forces. It just doesn't make sense. We need to go back to what we did in the 60s and 70s and build houses on the scale more than half this town was built on social houses. We need to go back to that. It's not rocket science, you know.